When Florence arrived, she was definitely out of place. She'd never experienced anything like this before, and she was quiet. She was processed in by one of our staff and was shown to her bed. The staff member then came up to me and said, "Elise, she's pregnant." So I grabbed one of the housing officers that we had on site and said, "We need to speak to this woman." But she was already asleep, exhausted from the day that she just experienced, ending up in a city where she knew no one. We let her sleep. We knew that she was safe for the night and that we were going to be able to provide the support that she needed the next morning. I then phoned Helen, who's one of our international workers at Glasgow City Mission, and said, "We have a woman in the shelter who desperately needs your help."
When I first met Florence, it was after a telephone call I received from Elise from the winter night shelter. I was told that there was a woman who was pretty heavily pregnant at Migrant Help, and would I go over and meet with her and support her through that process. When I arrived at Clyde House, I found a woman who was afraid, somebody who was really confused and perplexed about what the future held for her here in this country. After 7 or 8 hours of waiting, Florence was given accommodation. We referred her on for prenatal care as she hadn't had any up to that point. We discovered that she was 7.5 months pregnant. She was put into safe accommodation and her baby was born 2 days before lockdown. It was phenomenal to see her engage with the different services and see her thrive and start to flourish as she got to know different people. She really made the most of the services that we offered, and it was great to see her engage and grow and smile. It was a really important thing for me to go and see her walking in the park with her baby son, to see her engage with her local area and to really become a part of that community. And it was such a joy to be able to introduce her to Margaret at the Child and Family Centre and see her take her under her wing and watch this woman who knew nobody at the beginning really become the extrovert that she is and thrive with building relationships and friendships with the people that she's met through the Child and Family Centre.
One day I got a phone call from Helen at the city centre. She wanted to introduce me to a single parent who just moved into the area, who needed some sort of support. Helen was building a relationship with her. I went along one day with Helen to meet her with her young son, who was about 5 months then. You could see that she was struggling. We first of all taught her how to make baby food and lentil soup to help her feed the baby on a budget. Helen suggested that we link her in with the groups that we have at the Child and Family Centre. I remember the first time that she came, she was quite quiet, she didn't really say much. She started to lighten up, cheer up, because she had people to speak to, people to communicate with who were in the same position as her. And her personality started to change. She would smile a lot more. She even took part in singing. When she got up on the stage and she sang a song with one of the other ladies. So she started coming to our Keep Fit group, enjoying the fitness. She would even do a wee bit of dancing, and she joined our online discipleship group as well. And I think the biggest thing that she's been able to connect with people, which has brought her out of her shell. She's really thriving. This Christmas is going to be an important time. Now that she's made connections and friends at the Child and Family Centre, she's going to enjoy Christmas this year because she's not going to be on her own.